Welcome to Thoughts Can Heal podcast. I am your host, Denise Lynn, and I am so grateful that you are taking a few minutes out of your precious day to spend with me. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today, I want to share with you all 8 different techniques that you can use in real time to help if you're in a state of stress or possibly anxiety where your nervous system might be dysregulated and you want to bring some calmness back into the body and the mind. So I have these 8 techniques that I'd like to share with you. 7 of them are actually in my book, The 7x7 Method, 7 Tools in 7 Minutes to Help Reduce Stress and Anxiety. I will leave a link to that book in the show notes if you'd like to grab a copy. It's very small. It's only $7. You can get it on Amazon, and I greatly appreciate it if you'd like to support my work. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. Now, refrain from doing any of these if you're driving. Okay, you can of course listen, but these techniques should be done where you're sitting somewhere hopefully quiet. You can even do them, at work at your desk. But definitely refrain from driving while doing these, all right? So the first one is going to be the physiological sigh. And if you're familiar with my podcast, I have practiced this at the end of my podcast several times. It is a wonderful breathing technique that really works in real time, quickly, to help calm the nervous system and to reduce cortisol and adrenaline, which are stress hormones that kind of course through our bodies when we are in a stressful situation or experiencing, anxiety due to whatever. It could be trauma. But what we're going to do is we're going to inhale in through our nose, and at the top of the breath, you're going to take an extra sip of breath, and then we're going to do a long exhale out of the mouth with a sound like a sigh of relief. All right. Now, if you are at work and you feel uncomfortable sighing, you don't have to make the noise. If you need a tool and you're in a situation, maybe you're at the grocery store. I used to suffer from panic attacks in the grocery store all the time. So this is something that you can do, and if you're in a situation where you're around other people, again, and you don't want to make the sighing sound, that's okay. Just exhale out of your mouth, all right? But if you can, it's very beneficial. All right, so here we go. We're going to do this 5 times together, all right? So deep breath in through your nose, extra sip, long exhale out. Again. Again. Two more times. Beautiful. All right, that's the first tool I want to share with you, and you can check in with your body right now. Now, I would recommend, if you're really feeling very anxious and stressed, to sit for at least a minute or 2 and do this, all right? Or you can do a combination of the tools that I'm going to be sharing with you. That's actually what the 7x7 method is. All right, so the second tool is going to be tapping. EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, tapping underneath your collarbones, the clavicles, okay? You can use all 10 fingers, each hand on each side, or you can use 2 or 3, whatever feels good to you. This is not a hard movement. You want to be gentle, just with a little bit of pressure. And we are going to do that for, just under a minute. So close your eyes and we'll begin to tap. Pay attention to your breathing. Make sure that you are having a steady breath, inhaling in through your nose and exhaling out of your mouth while you're doing this. And of course, closing your eyes is optional. This is a tool that I have used in public many of times. When I was suffering pretty severely after my fiance passed away from cancer, I experienced a lot of trauma in my life, actually. And this was such a wonderful tool for me when I was experiencing social anxiety just really just anytime I left my home, because our homes usually are safe places. And anytime I ventured out for many years and, were around other people, I would start to get very anxious and my nervous system was very dysregulated, still healing from that. But in any case, if you are going through anything like this, I do want you to know that you're not alone. And the reason I share these tools is because I felt so alone and I didn't understand what was going on with me. I was too ashamed to talk to my friends about it, so I really started withdrawing. And it's a very difficult time in my life, and I'm still healing, but it's my mission to help others with these tools that I've learned, that I've practiced, so that really anybody that's listening, that you don't feel alone and that you feel heard and that there is hope, and healing is a process. All right, so a couple more times, just tapping underneath the collarbones. All right, we'll stop here. Perfect. Our third tool for our toolbox is going to be box breathing. And box breathing, you're going to be inhaling in through your nose for a count of 4. Then you're going to hold your breath for 4 seconds. Then you're going to exhale for 4 seconds. And then you're going to hold the breath again. So imagine just a box. That's why they call it box breathing. This is a wonderful tool too. I've used it many times. It really works pretty quickly. I know that they do use it in our military here in the United States. First responders use this, especially prior to going into, what could be a very scary situation. So with that being said, we're going to inhale to a count of 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, hold your breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that one last time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Hopefully a little calmer than when we started. Alrighty, now the next thing we're going to do is another emotional freedom technique, and we are going to do a little bit of tapping again, and this time we are going to do it on the inside of our eyebrows. So right where your eyebrows start, you can just do one side or you can do both. It's completely up to you, just some gentle tapping. Just a nice facial tapping here. All right, a couple more seconds. Beautiful. All right, the fifth tool I'm going to share with you is something I just recently learned, and I think it's so cool. There's a lot of literature online that you can learn about why this technique works. It is amazing. I can't believe I'm just learning about it. But basically, all you're going to do, and this is why I don't want you driving while you're doing these, is you're going to take your right hand and place it over your right eye. So your right eye is closed, and the only eye open is your left eye. And I just want you to sit for about 30 seconds and see how much calmer you become. I'm going to be quiet. So go ahead and just sit for a few seconds. Again, keeping the left eye open, right eye closed. All right, stop for a second. So I would love to get into all the literature on this. I will in another podcast, but just for the sake of today, I just wanted to, jump on here and share some tools that you could use right now. And if you are listening to this because you were scrolling and found me because you were feeling anxious or stressed, I am so glad that you're here. All right. So the sixth tool I'd like to share with you is the buzzing bee breath. So what you're going to do is you're going to inhale in through your nose, and when you exhale, you're going to keep your teeth shut, but you're going to make a buzzing sound as you exhale. And try to extend the exhale, the buzzing sound, longer than your inhale. And anytime you want to calm down, whenever you extend the exhale a little bit longer than your inhale of your breath, it sends a signal to the brain that you are safe. All right, so let's just do that 3 times. So inhale, buzzing bee breath, exhale. Again. One more time. All right, I know it sounds funny, but it really works. It activates your vagus nerve. It sends signals that, you're safe, you're calm, and we want to stimulate the vagus nerve. And again, don't want to get too scientific or geeky here for the sake of this podcast, but there's many benefits from regulating and stimulating the vagus nerve, especially when healing from trauma or wanting to return to a safe space in your nervous system. All right, the seventh tool I want to share with you, you're going to take your right hand, and I'm going to make a visual video for all these tools where I can actually show you, but taking your pointer finger and your middle finger and opening them up, and then I want you to glide them to the side of your face, right underneath, like on your jawline, with the fingers facing up, and I want you to glide up the side of your face around your ear. So the pointer fingers behind the ear, the middle fingers in front of the ear, and you're just going to go up and down. So we're just activating the vagus nerve. So do this on the right side a few times. Just up and down. And then do it on the opposite side. So putting a little pressure, not too much. Of course, no, I don't want you hurting yourself, but you do want to add some pressure, but you don't need to add too much actually, because the nerve is very close to the skin in this position here with what we're doing. Couple more times. All right, beautiful. All right, the last tool I want to share with you is something that not only helps calm you, but it can help if you have a lot of thinking going on. Actually, the one where you covered up your left eye, or I'm sorry, your right eye, and just were looking at your left eye, that also calms the thoughts. All right, so if you're ever just, the monkey mind's going crazy and you're just ruminating, and we all do it, it's okay. But there are some tips and tools that I like to share to help quiet that chatter. And this is one of the easiest ways to do that. And all you're going to do is you're going to sit for a minute. I'm going to try to time it if I can. And we're going to sit for a minute. And we are just going to simply sit. We can keep our eyes open or closed. It's entirely up to you, whatever's comfortable for you. But we are solely going to focus on the sensation of the air going in through our nose and the sensation of our exhale coming out of our mouth. Now, your mind might want to wander, and that's okay. Just pull it back. Pull it back to the awareness of the sensation of the breath going in and coming out. All right? And this will be a 1-minute meditation, if you will. All right. Okay, beautiful. Maybe that was a little bit under a minute. All right, so there you have it. 8 free tools that can help you calm your nervous system, quiet the thoughts, and you can pretty much, as you can see, you can implement them in different times of your life. If you're, again, at the store or maybe at a public event or something like that, and you're just starting to feel a little out of control. These tools work in real time. So I'm so happy that you jumped on today. And again, I will leave a link to purchase the book. Again, it's on Amazon. It's only $7. It gives 7 of the tools. The only, actually 7 tools. There are some that I didn't do that are in the book. So anyhow, you'll have a plethora of tools at your disposal when you need them. And, even if you're not an anxious person or you're not somebody that suffers with PTSD or trauma, in this world, we will experience times where we need tools like this, especially when times are really stressful in our lives because of, an occurrence or even just general being a human. Okay, let's face it. We need tools to help keep our minds calm, keep our bodies calm. All right. Also, I'd love for you to grab a free book today. If you visit my website, deniselynn.net, I am offering a free copy of my book, Thoughts Can Heal, 30 Daily Practices to Help Heal Anxiety. So it's a downloadable ebook. Go get you one. It's free. So that offers 30 different practices that have helped me in my healing journey. And there's also a 100-day gratitude journal in the back. And for each day, there's either a positive quote or something positive. All right? I'm a positivity pusher. All right. Until next time, my friends, stay well, stay calm. You deserve peace. And I'll see you soon. Namaste.